Hey everyone, welcome back. So let's understand about the hallucinations, reasoning errors and biases in large language models. So what might be some of the defects in large language models or generative AI systems? The large language models are prone to a couple of issues and defects. The first one is the hallucinations. When we talk about hallucination, it is basically when, say, LLM generates output that appears factually incorrect or irrelevant to a given task. For example, if I go and ask generate the test cases for login functionality, even if I specify the restrictions and specify the constraints, but still large language model forgets the previous context and provides me the irrelevant or incorrect answers. So there are many scenarios. Day in, day out, you will figure out that if you do not prompt properly, the large language model hallucinates and provides you the incorrect output. Second very common defect in Gen AI systems is the reasoning errors, wherein logical mistakes in the analysis are found when you are using the large language model. So any logical errors, if it is identified in LLM, that is basically a reasoning error. Then we have the biases. Large language models are biased as well. Why? Because output might be influenced by the skewed training data or assumptions. So say for example, the training data has been only gathered from a specific demography or specific age group. So obviously when the large language model is trained on such type of data, it will only provide the answer which surrounds around that data. Consider you as a kid. So when we are born, we don't know anything, right? So if during our lifetime, we are basically getting educated, we are learning within our family by the behavior, by the way everyone talks at the home, in the society, when we go out in the college, that's how basically we build our perspectives, our knowledge, and that's how we see the world. So similarly, if large language model is trained on a specific subset of data and not the whole picture, it will obviously be biased. Same way the human beings can be biased as well. If they don't have gone through the other's perspective, or they are just into their own world and they don't, or they haven't never been to the others, to other places, and don't understand other people's culture, then obviously they'll be biased to certain group or certain demography. Then what is the impact of these errors in testing? So generated testware may fail to meet the expectation. Quality of the test cases is reduced. So as a tester, not only using the large language model is important, it's also important to identify whether the outcome of these large language models, to the generative AI outcome, whether it is correct, it is relevant in your scenario, or it is basically incorrect and it's not relevant. So spotting any issues and errors in the large language model is also the responsibility of you as a tester within team. Let's go into the detail of the hallucinations. So hallucinations, when they occur when large language model generates factually incorrect or irrelevant output. In the software testing context, hallucinations can manifest LLM creating something like fictitious or irrelevant test cases, irrelevant test data, incorrect or non-functioning test scripts. Say it created the test automation scripts in Playwright, but then they are not functioning. A lot of errors are there in the test automation scripts, which you have to go ahead and manually figure out or fix them. So these are some of the scenarios of the hallucinations. Another example could be test case verifying non-existent acceptance criteria. For example, you specified a user story, the acceptance criteria was there, or there were certain acceptance criteria. LLM added couple of more acceptance criteria, or just assumed couple of more acceptance criteria and provided you the test cases based on those acceptance criteria as well, which is basically not required, right? So these are some of the cases of hallucination. If we talk about more examples, if the requirements, for example, say system must support password reset via email, LLM might hallucinate and suggest a test case for system also supports biometric reset, even though the acceptance criteria doesn't have any specific mention of the biometric reset, but still the LLM might think that okay, biometric reset might also be required, I'll suggest the test case in there. So that is misleading. Whatever is mentioned in the user story and acceptance criteria, and whatever you prompt, that's what it should be generating, rather than assuming anything. So these are some of the examples of hallucinations in generative AI. As a tester, you must validate the outputs very carefully. Whatever output you are getting from generative AI, from large language model, validate it very carefully before using it in your project. That is very, very important for you as a tester. Then the reasoning errors. So reasoning errors, when there is a logical or misinterpretation of logical structures, for example, cause, effect, conditional logic, or step-by-step reasoning. Why this happens? Because LLMs might rely on pattern matching and not true reasoning. That's very common case why reasoning errors occur, because LLM mostly goes ahead with the pattern matching and suggests the answers, not does the exact true reasoning. So what reasoning errors might have impact on the testing? Faulty logic in the test planning, incorrect test case prioritization, or the errors in the task requiring structural reasoning. Example, so for example, you say prioritize test cases by risk, and then LLM incorrectly prioritizes cosmetic UI test cases over payment gateway test cases based on just pattern matching. It didn't do true reasoning that actually the cosmetic UI test cases should be prioritized low. Just because of the pattern matching and reasoning errors in LLM, it might suggest you that the cosmetic UI test cases are more important and should be prioritized at a higher level than the payment gateway tests. So these are some of the reasoning errors that you might end up while using large language model. You need to be very careful. You should spot any of these errors, logical flaws, and apply human judgment to every outcome from generative AI. Okay, then the biases in GenAI. Biases come from the data on which the model was trained. If the data is biased itself, obviously the model will be biased. Biases arise from the training data limitations. So if you just choose a data from a specific demography or the age group, obviously the large language model will be providing you the outcome which is biased towards that age group or demography. And LLM will favor certain perspectives and assumptions, okay, because it was trained on that specific type of data itself. How it impacts the software testing? Under representation of non-English requirements. Say, for example, if the model is trained only on the English data and English requirements, there is under representation of the non-English requirements, skewed test data generation, biased refinement of acceptance criteria. These are some of the impacts that bias, if bias is present in GenAI, can have on testing. For example, LLM trained mostly on English data generates test cases in ignoring localization needs, for example, French and Spanish inputs. So if the model is trained only on English data, if we talk about generating the localization needs or localization test cases, the model might struggle there due to the biased training data. So these are some of the common defects and errors that might be present in large language model. You as a tester need to be very aware of these defects and errors that can occur. Hallucination is very common cause. Bias and reasoning errors is also very common. So prompt engineering is the tool that you can basically use to avoid most of these errors from large language model. The more clear you will be in terms of prompting, you will get better answer. But still, if the model itself has these sort of defects, you will end up getting compromised and bad answers. And in that case, you have to highlight the issues of the large language model as well in your team and organization. Okay, so that's all about this tutorial. Thank you. See you in the next one.